Zoho People is a comprehensive cloud-based HR software that provides consolidated, secure HR services to businesses of all types and sizes. With end-to-end customizations, intelligent automation, and employee-centric features, the tool offers a great HR experience to everyone in the organization. Zoho People is also available as a mobile app and supports over 24 languages. Here are the list of services that Zoho People has to offer, making it a one-stop solution for all your HR needs. By default, admins will have access to all the services based on the subscription. So in the webinar today, we'll explore the key features of Zoho People with the walkthrough of the platform, following from an administrator's point of view. I hope my screen visible to you. So this is the home page of my Zoho People account. Here I have logged into my account as Kristen, the HR head and the administrator of Zilker Technologies. Before I proceed, I would like to let you know that this demo will follow from an administrator's point of view. So before we proceed to the services, let me quickly give you an overview of settings, operations, and user services. The settings in Zoho People lets you handle your organization's HR processes. So this is where you can set up your organization, you can add users, locations, departments, etc. And you can also configure all the services that your organization requires. So the setting space in Zoho People is simplified, so anyone with like a good understanding of HR processes can easily set up their Zoho People account. You can access settings by clicking the settings icon or the gear icon that you can see at the top right corner. Next, we proceed to operations. Operations help you to manage your employees, your organization, and daily HR tasks. Well, policies are set up in settings. Operations is where you view, edit, or update data. It ensures only authorized users access the necessary information. So this way, your system remains secure and your data remains safe. Operations can be accessed by clicking this icon that you can see at the bottom left corner. Next is user services. So the user services are those services that you can see towards the left side. So this is designed to provide a smooth experience for admins, managers, and employees. So this is where you can access all your personal information, including your attendance, leave summaries, time logs, performance data, LMS data, and more. So if you're a reporting manager, you can also view your team and your reporting information alongside your own data. So these tabs are built to offer a user-friendly experience to everyone in your organization, be it admins, managers, or team members. So now that we saw a quick overview of settings, operations, and user services, let's now take a look at how we can use Zoho People. So as I said earlier, so once you log into your Zoho People account, you will land on homepage, which is the Spaces. Spaces is nothing but a unified self-service portal to streamline the user experience. Spaces is divided into My Space, Team, and Organization to manage work across different roles. The My Space section here shows your to-do list under activities from where you get a comprehensive overview of your work. So everything that you need to do at work, like your approvals, your time logs, as well as everything that you need to know at your work, like your work schedule, your upcoming holidays, are all available here for you. Next, we have feeds. The feed section allows you to communicate with other employees. You can post messages to your department, and you can also receive notifications about announcements, surveys, and other departmental activities. Next up, we have the Profile tab. Profile tab is all about you. From here, you can view your personal as well as your professional information. You can also personalize your profile by clicking the personal preferences button at the top. And from here, you can change your profile image, cover image, and you can also configure permissions, notification, and you can choose to disclose or hide your personal information like birthday, mobile number, anniversary, and more. Next, we have career history. The career history here shows information about your work experience. This includes your experience in the current organization in detail, including changes in designation, along with your previous company experience as well. Next, we have attendance. So from here, you can view your shift information and you can even request a shift change if required by clicking the change shift button over here. Next, we have HR process. You can seamlessly manage employee transitions in department, location, role designation, or reporting manager right from here. So under My Space, we have dashboards. So this dashboard provides you a quick view at the different widgets that you would be needing at on a day-to-day basis, like your announcements, your favorite employees, leave report files, and more. You can also customize your dashboard by placing the widgets according to the way you like, enabling or disabling them according to your preferences, and personalize the dashboard the way you like. Next, let's move on to team space. The team space here is a central space for team files, collaboration, learning activities, surveys, and more. It also includes your reportees, department members, project associates, peers, ex-employees as well. Overall, the team space give you a quick snapshot of your team's geographical spread as well as their availability. Inside the team space, you have department wall. So here you can post messages to your department members and you can stay informed about all things within your department. We also have something called reportees. So this presents you your reportees information, their attendance for the day, along with your direct and indirect reports. You can simply select an employee, and from here you can view the complete details of the employee. Also, by clicking the View Profile button at the top, you will be able to edit the employee information. And using our chat software Zoho Click, you can have a quick chat or even make an audio or a video call. Next, let's move on to department. So this presents you a bird's eye view of your department, your team member designations, along with their attendance. And then we have projects, which give you a quick look at the project performance. So from here, you can take a look at various metrics like the billable and the non-billable hours, um, the jobs that are in progress and the completed ones, along with project associates and the top contributors. So this is then followed by other information like your team list, peers, ex-employees, and next, let's proceed to organization. So here in the organization space, you can bring all your employees together. You can stay updated with organization-wide announcements, policies. You can also view the hierarchical structure, the department tree in your organization, and view employees spread across different departments along with their birthday folks and new hires list. So with this, we've covered spaces in Zoho People. Now let's move on to settings and see how we can set up your Zoho People account. The settings, as I already said, is your main administrative console. So it contains the default services and the custom services. The default services are those services that are available to you based on your subscription. And custom services are those services that you can create from scratch based on your unique business requirements. Now, let's begin with manage accounts. So this is where you add users into your Zoho People account. There are multiple ways in which you can add users into your Zoho People account. You can add them directly if you have a verified domain, or you can pull your employee list from Zoho Mail, Google Workspace, or Office 365, provided if you've integrated your Zoho People with these accounts. Additionally, you also have options to import users. Once this is done, you can start um, adding employee profiles. Employee profiles are those employees who do not have active login access to Zoho People. Employee profiles are usually the temporary workers, contract workers, or freelancers who do not have active login access to Zoho People, and you can maintain their information separately. So, similarly, you can add employee profiles directly or you can import them as well. Once this is done, you can move on to organization setup. And here you can include all your company details. You can upload the logo, add name, website, contact details, and other related information. Next is an important section, which is user access control. We all know that HR software contains sensitive employee data, and hence we need to make sure that this data is safe and secure. So with user access control in Zoho People, you can decide who can access services, data, forms, and actions in the application. So it also allows you to assign roles to employees and define their access to settings and operations. So under administrator, you can designate any employee as an administrator and you can assign administrators for different services. So here you can give them access only to the service settings or only to the service operations, and this can be made available to a certain location or for all locations as well. Once this is done, you can move to employee information. Basic preferences like employee reporting structure, designations, and career history can be customized here. So it begins with a policy, dual reporting, and streams. Once you enable or disable them, you can proceed to employee ID. The employee ID feature here helps in automatically assigning ID numbers to employees using customized rules. So the generated ID numbers can include department, location, year, custom prefix or suffixes. Next, we have HR process, which we saw earlier. So Zoho People here offers you an exclusive space to manage employee changes. From here, you can facilitate smooth department, location, role, designation, or reporting manager change with proper approvals. Next, we move on to extend service. Here, you can customize how you want to store your employee information. So in the employee form, you can customize the fields according to your preferences. Besides default fields like location, designation, and date of joining, you can add custom fields by simply selecting the respective field from the left side and using the drag and drop feature, you can move the field and place it in the form and customize the form the way you like. This is then followed by approvals. Any action that requires review by managers or admins are sent for approval. So apart from the default approval, you can also set approvals for any action that is carried out with respect to forms. Next is an interesting section in Zoho People, which is automation. Automation in Zoho People helps you automate your repetitive, time-consuming tasks and ensure you complete them on time with minimal efforts. There are multiple tools under automation. We have workflows, schedulers, blueprints, actions, and templates. You can configure workflows to automate actions like email alerts. You can record updates in Zoho People. You can trigger a set of tasks with checklists, initiate webhooks to communicate with third-party applications, or use custom functions to create dilute scripts for any advanced use cases. So automation here is common to all the services of Zoho People, and this allows you to reduce the time that you spend on manual tasks. So with this, we've covered the basic settings. Now let's take a look at setting up services to meet your organization's needs. So let's begin with onboarding, as onboarding is the first stage of an employee's journey in the organization. So there are two types of onboarding that Zoho People provides you: candidate onboarding, which is the pre-onboarding phase, and employee onboarding. Before you hire a candidate, you can use the candidate onboarding here to collect required information for background checks and share organizational documents and offer letters. This is customizable to your needs. Additionally, you can also add multiple candidate onboarding flows for your organization, which enables you to conduct personalized onboarding process for your new hires based on location and designation. So let's go back to the candidate onboarding flow. Just a second. Yeah. So these are the set of pre-designed tabs that is available for you to customize according to your onboarding preferences. So you can edit the tabs, you can customize them, and you can send it to your candidates according to the way you operate. This is then followed by employee onboarding. Employee onboarding is used for any hire that you have selected to join your organization as an employee. This process ensures that you smoothly add them into your organization. Again, employee onboarding comes with a set of pre-designed tabs that you can customize according to your preferences. So it comes with a welcome aboard tab where you can add a video, or you can also include a short description about your company. This is then followed by profile and other forms that you can add for your employees to go through and fill in. This is then followed by documents and policies. So this is where you can upload important documents like offer letters, contract letters, policy documents for your new hire to read and sign on their day one. So you can also enable your employees to sign these documents online using our e-sign integrations with Zoho Sign, DocuSign, and Adobe Sign. Next, we proceed to the team tab. So this is where you introduce your new hire to their team members, provide them with company information, state them the objectives so that they are well equipped from day one, provide them with any basic training that you want them to complete on their day one. At the bottom, we have preview onboarding flow. This shows how the employee onboarding flow will look like to your employees. So here are the set of tasks that your employees need to complete one by one. So once your employee completes all the steps, he or she will be onboarded into your organization successfully. With this, we've covered onboarding in Zoho People. Now, let's proceed to attendance. Attendance in Zoho People is a simple, user-friendly service that lets you capture the attendances of your employee in multiple ways. You can capture attendances through web, mobile app, People Kiosk, which is our facial recognition attendance system, and also through biometric integrations. So the attendance service here offers you various methods to track employee attendance effectively. Options here include regularization, on duty, hourly permission, break, kiosk, office in, and remote in. We also have attendance policy. Here you can set up your organization's attendance policy, and you can select how working hours needs to be calculated. So we in Zoho People provide you with strict mode and lenient mode. Under strict mode, employees must be checked in for a required number of hours to be marked as present. In the lenient mode, Employees are marked present once they check in, and any differences will be either marked as a deviation or a overtime. So, along with this, we also have paydays and ask calculation and much more different settings that you can configure according to your organization's attendance policy. This includes office in and remote in settings, specific policies, and more. We also have regularization. On any given day, an employee might forget to mark his attendance, or there might be an incorrect attendance entry due to a technical issue. This can be resolved by raising a regularization request, provided it is enabled under methods. Next, we have pay period. Configuring pay period settings let you generate payroll reports to view total worked days, payable days, loss of pay, and other pay information. So the reports generated here can be pushed to Zoho Payroll or any other integrated payroll solution that you may have to pay your employees based on their leave and their payable days. This we cover attendance. Let's move on to shift settings. So managing employees who work in and for different time zones are made easy with Zoho People's flexible and customizable shift management system. Here you can start by defining the default work shift for your employees. The shift that you select here applies to all employees unless they are specifically mapped to a different shift or if any specific policy are defined. Next, you can manage permissions for the shift mapping feature in Zoho People. You can also send an automated notification when a shift change is performed. This will notify employees when the shift is changed. And then we have shift allowance. So this is to control eligibility for a shift allowance based on the minimum time requirement. We then have the manage shifts option. So this is where you can add and manage shifts. We also have shift patterns. So this feature allows you to create shift pattern with custom shift schedule for a week, month, or custom days. The created pattern can be mapped to employee groups, locations, departments, designations, or to specific employees as well. So with this, we cover shifts. Let's move on to leave settings. Leave or time off module in Zoho People is a user-friendly service that helps you to record, track, and manage your time off information effectively. So you can start by picking the methods that you would like to use to track your employees' leave. We have compensatory off and Bradford score. So when employees work on a weekend or on a holiday, they'll be able to mark the day's work to be taken later as a compensatory off. So this is possible if you enable compensatory off here. Next, we have Bradford score. So the Bradford score feature helps organization to measure the impact of employee absences with a special attendance-based formula. And yeah, so this is basically used to reduce the short, unplanned, and frequent absences. So Bradford score is available only in the enterprise edition of Zoho People. Next, we have leave policies. So using leave policies, you can grant leave to employees based on experience, location, and various other criteria. So we in Zoho People provide you with a set of default leave policies that you can edit and use according to your organization's preferences. All you can do is simply select the leave policy. You can change the entitlement, set your applicability, and you can define the restrictions and customize the leave policy the way you want, or you can even use them as it is. If you do not wish to use the existing leave policies, you can also create one completely from scratch. So there are 4 types of leave policy that we provide you. There's fixed entitlement, experience-based entitlement, grant based entitlement, and attendance based entitlement. And not just that, we also have something called Leave Type Gallery, which provides you with pre-configured leave policies for various countries. So this can be easily implemented across your organization. So the leave type gallery here displays all relevant leave types that's organized by country. So this provides you with the option to activate leave types that are in compliance with regional leave laws easily. Next, let's proceed to timesheets. So timesheets or time tracking in Zoho People helps you to track the total time that your employees spend on jobs, projects, and clients. It is especially useful for those who worked on a project basis or those who are paid per hour or paid per job. There are three methods by which you can log time. You can log time by entering the total hours or by entering the start and end time, or you can also use an automatic timer that can start and stop when working on a job. So, along with this, we also have a variety of restrictions, permissions, and preferences that you can use to customize according to your org's timesheet policy. All the time logs will be collated into timesheets and they can be sent for approval. Next, we move on to specific policies. From here, you can create timesheet policies for specific employees or for employees belonging to a specific location. Job scheduling here lets you assign jobs to employees to complete within a specific day or within a specific period. We then have billing. So here you can generate bills for time logs to track your budget spending and bill specific clients. So with this, we cover timesheets. Now let's move on to the most comprehensive performance management system in Zoho People. So the PMS or performance management system in Zoho People employs multiple evaluation methods to accurately assess every area of your employee's performance. The methods include KRA, goals, feedback. So we in Zoho People facilitate a 360-degree feedback system where anyone can give feedback to anyone despite hierarchy. And along with that, we have skill set, competency, and summary. Summary is nothing but a collection of notes that appraisers can use throughout the year to help with the final appraisal. Once methods are selected, you can run appraisals to measure the performance actively. Our appraisal templates here make this process easier. So you can see that there are different templates that's available for you to use. And also you can see that all the templates have self-appraisals. So this is to make sure that your appraisal cycles are employee friendly. So after the appraisal process, if you would like to propose a salary hike or normalize, you can also do that by selecting the respective options over here. In the following steps, you will be able to further fine-tune reviews by quantitative means, for example, using ratings and comments for KRA and competency, or through qualitative parameters by using review questions with comments. We then proceed to manager review, which is the final stage of the review. Manager reviews again can be captured by ratings and comments for KRA and competency, or by using review questions with comments. You can designate managers who will review your employee performance, and this can be on multiple levels as well. You can then customize the ratings and you can fine-tune your appraisal settings right from here. Apart from appraisal cycle, you can also use continuous review feature that we have over here to provide periodic feedback to your employees. So this ensures that your employees doesn't have to wait till the end of the year to get their performances reviewed. So using the continuous review feature, you can conduct periodic reviews by including all the evaluation methods that you want. And using this review, you can periodically assess your employees' performance and provide them with feedback. So this process here makes sure that the entire performance evaluation is wholesome and continuous. This we cover performance. Let's move on to compensation now. A compensation service here lets you manage all your employee salaries in one location. From designing salary structure to reviewing and sanctioning hike, you can effortlessly manage the entirety of compensation right from here. So start by picking the salary tracking method for tracking and storing salary information in your organization. You can enable re-authentication for enhanced security. And then we have hike push sanction. You can enable hike push sanction if you want all salary hike pushes to be approved through the compensation service. Next, we have currencies. You may have offices at multiple locations and employees working from different locations. So this feature here allows you to store various currency details. A maximum of 20 currencies can be stored in the compensation service. Next, let's proceed to salary structure. Under salary structure, you can add your CTC components, benefit components, and different salary packages for different employees can also be added here. Once salaries are revised, you can use our ready-to-use salary revision templates to quickly generate revision letters for your employees. Next, let's proceed to LMS or Learning Management System in Zoho People. So the Zoho People's LMS helps you to create courses and cultivate a culture of learning. You can create self-paced learning courses, blended learning, which is a combination of self-paced and trainer-led, e-material where you can upload necessary documents like PDF, video links, or any other documents for your employees to go through. And then you can also conduct comprehensive learning plans with definite outcomes. You can also add categories to classify created courses and help learners easily find courses that match their field. And in LMS, you have the option to grade the learner based on their performance in each course. 3 types of grading system is provided here. There's points, pass or fail percentage, and letter grades. If you do not wish to use grading, you can select the no grading option at the top. Next, we have feedback. Giving and receiving feedback is essential for the success of a course. So here you can set permissions for collecting feedback. Next, we proceed to discussions. Discussions can be used to engage in large group discussions or hold private discussions on the topics learned. Here you can set permissions for conducting discussions. Next, let's proceed to cases. Cases is nothing but your HR help desk. Every day, HRs get a lot of questions and queries from their new hires and employees on a variety of topics. You can simply create different topics as categories, and you can assign agents to every category. So when an employee has a query, he or she can go through the respective category and post their query. You can also add reference materials and FAQs to the category, so the employees can refer them and see if the query is answered anywhere. If not, the employee can go ahead and post his or her query, and this will be redirected to the respective agent who will be responsible for taking up the query and providing a solution to it in a prompt manner. So this way, all your questions are neatly categorized and are resolved by the right experts at the right time. So with this, we've defined our organization's processes and configured various settings in Zoho People. Now let's see how to perform HR operations based on these configurations. Access to operations can be designated under user access control, which we saw previously under manage accounts. So here you can see that accesses can be given only to service settings or only to service operations, and this can be made available to a specific location or for all locations as well. So having this way of streamlined management helps to make sure that your data remains secure and is not accessible by everyone in your organization. So operations is the space where you can view, create, and delete employee information. So HR operations that require your frequent attention and action are available here. So here you can add employees, you can manage their information, and you can see that all employee information are stored here as records. You can edit individual employee record, or you can edit multiple records at once, and you can ensure that all your employee information stay up to date. Additionally, you can also add departments, designations, and assign work profiles as well. Under user-specific operations, you can view and update information of individual employees. All you have to do is to search for an employee, and from here you can view the complete details of the employee, like their HR process, career history, and more. From here you can initiate process changes, and you can also make sure that all the records available here are secure and is available in a centralized space. Any changes that you make here is also available under audit history for you to track changes. Next, let's proceed to leave operations. So this service allows operations admins to manage and add leave information for all employees. So admins and managers can add leave requests on behalf of their employees. They can configure holiday lists for the organization, and they can also customize leave balances and grant special leave cases when employees need them. So under user specific operations, again, you can search for an employee, and from here you can view the complete leave details of the employee, like the leave summary, leave balance, uh, leave requests. You can add requests on behalf of the employee. You can approve or reject requests. You can perform a lot of activities on behalf of the employee right from here. Next, we move on to attendance operations. So attendance operations here include raising requests to correct missed attendance entries, working away from office on duty, permissions. So you can also approve all the requests from a single space. So all you have to do is click the approval tab, and from here you can approve or reject in the simple click of a button. Again, under user specific operations, you can go search for an employee, and from here you can do a variety of actions on behalf of the employee, as well as view the complete attendance summary of the employee as well. Zoho People supports web, mobile check-in, facial recognition, kiosk, and also integrates with biometric devices to capture your attendances in real time. Let's proceed to performance. So performance service operations is a centralized space to handle all your employee performance data. So this includes tagging your KRA, competency, skill set review questions, and viewing their corresponding libraries as well. Additionally, you can also add summary questions. Also, you can add and manage appraisal cycles. You can manage user, where you can include employee, exclude employee, change reviewer. You can add salary hike cycles, and you can also handle review extension requests as well. Under user specific operations, you can search for specific employee. You can use the various tabs that you have over here to view the required information pertaining to this employee. And you can also perform required actions. So let's say if you would like to provide a feedback to this employee, you can do that right from here as well. Next, let's proceed to employee engagement. So employee engagement in Zoho People is one of the essential factors in the modern workspace, as it helps you to understand how your employees feel about their team, work, and organization. So we in Zoho People provide you with ENPS, which is the Employee Net Promoter Score surveys and engagement surveys. You can add surveys, you can incorporate the various metrics that we have over here to categorize and collect employee engagement data. You can also utilize our pre-designed templates that we have over here with questions. So you can use them and you can send it across to your employees to gather feedback. Additionally, you can also create your own template with your own set of questions and send them to your employees to collect feedback. We also have question pool available for you. From here, you can select the required questions, you can add it to your surveys, or you can also add questions to your question pool, maintain them, and you can use them whenever required. So this way you can build your own surveys, you can make sure that you send them at periodic intervals and gather valuable feedback from your employees on various engagement metrics. So this helps you gather feedback, and using this insights that you gather from these surveys, you can bring a meaningful change to your organization. So with this, we've covered operations. Now let's take a look at user services. So user services are those services that you can see on the left side of the home page. So this basically acts like your employee self-service portal. A variety of practical tools are available for employees to use throughout the day, enabling them to perform their jobs more efficiently. So it offers a selection of services, including attendance to check in for the day, leave to apply leave and view your leave balances, timesheets to log time, and an integrated chat is also available for you to collaborate with your team members. And along with that, we also have performance, which encourages employees to monitor their goals and key results. And also, they can take a look at the courses that's available for them to complete. And along with this, they can also take a look at other services like their salary details, the compensation data, and much more. So the user-friendly experience here promotes increased employee engagement, which can also be tracked using surveys in Zoho People, which we saw just now. So everyone can access and receive the same employee level privileges under the left menu, which is the user services, regardless of their role. So anyone, be it manager, employee, or administrator, can access and can have the same level privileges when it comes to accessing the user services in Zoho People. From the vast set of services, you can quickly access your services and features from the Quick Actions console that you can see on your top right. Next, let's proceed to reports. So Zoho People here centralizes all the reports that you would need as an employee, manager, or admin, serving as a one-stop shop for all insights. Reports here is divided into My Reports, Team Reports, and Organization Reports. My Reports here is your personal report space to view your personal data across various services. So from here, you can view your important reports like your leave balance, your attendance status, your time logs, your performance, and much more. Next, we have team reports. So if you're a manager with reportees, then this tab offers invaluable insights on your team's dynamics. So all the reports here provide you with detailed information on your team performance. Next, we have organization reports. Organization-wide reports are instrumental in helping the leadership and admins understand workforce trends, monitor the attrition trends, employee diversity, experience-wise exit, and other related reports that shed light on employee trends. So here is a report. Yes. Accesses can also be leveraged for those reports that show sensitive data like attrition trends. You can also schedule reports to be sent at specific intervals to specific employees using the schedulers that we have over here. And not just that, Zoho People also offers something called analytics, which helps you create custom reports based on your unique business requirements. So you can build your own reports and you can share it securely with employees in your organization. And additionally, we have advanced analytics. So advanced analytics help you create highly customized reports beyond simple pivot table and chart. It provides you with predefined and readily available reports for system services and predefined dashboards that give you invaluable insights and help you better understand organizational trends. You can access advanced analytics by integrating your Zoho People account with Zoho Analytics. Next, let's move on to Zia. So Zia here is Zoho's AI assistant. So this is a very useful tool that employees can use to carry out their everyday HR actions like checking in and checking out, applying for leave, breaks, fetching tasks list, raising a new case, or viewing a holiday list, or even seeing their leave report. So all of these actions can be performed right in the simple click of a button. So let's say if I would like to raise a new case, then that can be done by Zia. So here it's asking for you to select a category. So this way you can raise a question just with the help of Zia. So with this, we've covered all the different services and features that we have in Zoho People. So if you have any questions, you can post them in the Q&A space and we will answer them for you. Thank you.